Is 6:16 p.m. here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. For my American friends, this is my weather station on this side of the property that's set in Fahrenheit. So 75.4 F in the shade with 37% humidity. Thank God our humidity is always really low here in the spring and summer months. So let's go out front and sit in the garden because it's hot in here too. So we're gonna go sit in some shade.
Where are you gonna sit?
I'm gonna sit in the front here.
Okay,
I'm gonna give Wendy a hug on the way out. I always give my angel a
Oh,
hug. I like to call her my angel because when I look out in the garden, I see there's an angel out in the garden. Okay, so this is my angel.
I will be there in a minute. I'll be right there. Are you gonna sit down below?
I'm going down below. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a live stream here. I can do it. You can sit down here too. You don't have to sit by me. I'll just sit over here. Okay. Wendy doesn't always want to be on a live stream, but you know what? I like to be on a live stream. So let's, there's a chair right there, right there. This is where I'm going to sit. I'm going to show you. That chair is right there for me. And there's another there. There's another chair for Wendy if she wants to sit in that chair. So down in the lower garden here, and that feels nice in the shade. It is warm. So 75.4 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. And I'm not going to complain. Never complain about the heat. Ever complain about the heat. And it's just not good to complain about the weather anyway, right? I prefer to work in dry weather over rainy weather. Working in the winter time here does kind of suck sometimes because it is. Our winters can be wet. Not white, but wet, right? So like the rest of Canada is shoveling snow, and we're still gardening here, which is a good thing out here on the Gulf Islands. So anyway, if you're tuning in, our location is on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. And looking at the vegetation, you probably wouldn't believe me, but we've had some people say, yeah, I know you're full of it. You're not in Canada. There are no palm trees in Canada. Well, along the Pacific coast of Canada, there are lots of palm trees right near the ocean. Because the ocean, I don't know why that internet craps out sometimes with Starlink. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, we're on the Gulf Islands. We're located on the southern Gulf Islands, and hopefully you'll learn something from these live streams I do. Because there's a lot of people that are unaware that palm trees and these certain types of plants can be grown out here on these islands in Canada and along the Pacific coast. Vancouver, there are palm-lined streets. Believe it or not, if you've never visited Vancouver, there are palm-lined streets in the west end of Vancouver at Sunset Beach and Howe Street and a lot of other places around Vancouver, and also suburbs of Vancouver. You go to Tsawwassen, they got palm-lined streets. That's where actually a ferry terminal. When we get off our island, it drops us off in a suburb of Vancouver, probably 15 or so miles south of Vancouver, maybe 20, I don't know, on the ocean there, and the streets are lined with palm trees in Tsawwassen. I have lots of videos on my YouTube channel of palm-lined streets in Vancouver. If you go to Banana JSSI, that's my YouTube channel. This is Wendy's YouTube channel, but I just kind of like to do live streams on her. I keep it going. Hello, John. Good to have you in there, man. Thanks for joining in. And this island chain on my shirt here is not the Gulf Islands. So the Southern Gulf Islands consists of many islands where I live. We're on the largest of the Southern Gulf Islands. Like I say, southwest off the coast of southwest coast of British Columbia, here in the North Pacific. We're actually on Salt Spring Island, so like table salt and bouncy spring. Salt Spring Island, and they named it that because there are actually salt springs on this island. And if you drill a well too deep, sometimes you actually get some salt in it, and that's no good, man. That's actually... I just heard some... Oh, there's a hummingbird right here. Hummingbird just flew in front of me. Came right up to me. Where did it go? I'm always trying to capture them on video. And I do actually have some good videos of hummingbirds. But, of course, the camera was facing moi, when it should have been facing the hummingbird. Anyway, we'll spin it around. And, so the islands on the Southern Gulf Islands, we're on Salt Spring Island. There we go. We're live again. Sometimes it craps out the internet, so bear with me. I think I saw the hummingbird again. Where'd that hummingbird go? I want to get this hummingbird on video. Darn hummingbirds, man, they're just so fast. I don't think Wendy's going to come down here because I'm live streaming. So Wendy's up on the, probably up on the back sun deck. Lower sun deck's absolutely beautiful. Let's go down here for a minute. My tikis, I carved these guys with a chainsaw. Eucalyptus. So nice down here. Is in the pudding that we are in Canada. See those trees? Those are Douglas fir. Douglas western red cedar, big leaf Canadian maple. There's a western hemlock, Douglas fir there, and grand fir there. And then everything else you see in here is very exotic. Lots of exotic plants and palm trees that grow on this island in Canada. And I'm not the only one that grows this. There's lots of people on our island that grow palm trees. Isn't that beautiful? That's a female palm in bloom right there. Trachycarpus palm. And yeah, the back 40 is all palm trees and exotic. Southern magnolias, native dogwood. And citrus trees. And I think this one has some lemons on it. Oh yeah, some little lemons forming in there. Kind of cool, eh? Okay, I'm going to go sit out here again. And hopefully we'll continue to get a signal. And hopefully, I hear the hummingbird. Oh, just the hummingbird over there. Lucky enough, I'll get him on video for you. Gotta love those little guys. Hey, they're, you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hummingbirds are here year round. Did you know that? In this part of Canada, the hummingbirds never leave. So we have Annis and Rufus, and the Annis hummingbirds are here year round. So you have to make sure you have things that bloom for them in the wintertime. And we do have flowers that bloom here in the winter on our island. We have Sarcococa ruscifolia. There's certain other flowers that'll bloom. Fatsias are blooming. And a few other things bloom to keep them happy. But other people like to put out feeders, hummingbird feeders. So that also keeps them happy if you don't have enough flowers. But there's always something blooming around here year round. You know, winter and spring and summer and autumn. There's always, you're going to see something blooming. That plant right there is a Himalayan sweet box. And then there's another one there. And then we have more in the back courtyard, and those guys they bloom in the wintertime, super sweet, and the hummingbirds are buzzing around there, especially, and the fatsia trees too. Fatsia trees look really tropical. I will show you a fatsia tree. There, fatsia trees are here, very tropical looking, kind of look like papaya leaves in a way, and these guys get flowers on them usually in November, December, and the hummingbirds absolutely go crazy on those. And also the strawberry arbutus trees we have bloom. Often they'll have blooms on them in the winter time too. So got to keep those little hummers happy, right? Anyway, if you're out there, leave a comment, pop in and say hi, and like and subscribe to Wendy's channel here. Lots of random stuff on here. I do gardening and whatever else I can put on here, I'll put on here. It is raw and unedited. Somebody left a comment the other day and they says, well, your voice is AI. It's like, I am not AI, man. I'm not into that AI stuff. I'm not into computer generated stuff. I'm old school here. That's why I don't edit my videos. I'm not a techie. I don't even know how to edit things. I know how to put music to the videos, and that's about it. So, man, it feels like summer temperatures right now. That's how warm it is here on the Gulf Islands. Thank God humidity's low. If humidity was high, it would suck. High humidity makes the temperatures feel much hotter. You know that? So, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and our community guidelines, right? So, anyway, John, thanks for popping in there. You can pop in, people pop out, people don't hang around long. There's lots of live streams to watch here on YouTube, and it's funny when you hit live and you start scrolling through, there's just so many live streams every day on here. People are always live streaming. I used to do a lot more live streams a few years back on my my channel, Banana JSS. I also live on Jungle Josie Video Gates. So anyway, if you ever have a chance, come out and visit the Southern Gulf Islands if you're in Canada. And they're a pretty cool place. We have a Saturday market. Wendy's a vendor there, and there's lots of other vendors in town. It runs from beginning of April till end of October. And then in June, we also have the farmers market on Tuesdays, which is kind of cool too. Farmers market is really, really nice. And you have to bake it, make it, or grow it at the Saturday market. And everything at the Tuesday market is all grown or baked here or on Salt Spring Island, which is really nice. So if you're into organic stuff, you go to that market. You can get some good organic stuff, really good organic stuff. So let's spin this around. And let's see if we can walk around the back without this thing crapping out of me, right? It's one of my tiki heads with a fern in it. Tree ferns. It's like a jungle in here. We call this the jungle garden, right? And these lower leaves of the fatsia can be taken off and pull them off. Lower leaves, pull them off. And what we do, this is an evergreen plant, by the way. Most everything we grow here is evergreen, and it looks the same year round, which is really nice. These guys like to grow in the shade. There, throw them right in the garden. Here we go, they'll just rot, become compost. Some beautiful berries on this giant mahonia. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Tiki tribe. I don't want to lose signal, so I'm just gonna hang around to the front. I think, there we go, we're live. Starlink kind of crapped out for a minute, but yeah, so we got a bit of an ocean breeze. Isn't it beautiful out? We got nice. I'm so sick of that Starlink sometimes crapping out on me. You know, I had to reboot this thing. It's so frickin' annoying. Anyway, thanks Doggy Boy 88 for tuning in. And yeah, I don't know why. You know, you pay 165 bucks a month for Starlink. It shouldn't be crapping out on me like that. It's pretty annoying. Even our regular internet here really sucks. We're in a pretty remote area. We're up on the very north end of the island here, northern point of this island. And it's funny, there's not even any cell service where we live here. So anyway, that's the way it is. And I can't do anything about it. But anyway, we live stream as long as we can before it totally craps out. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day or good evening wherever you are. I don't know the time difference there. We're Pacific Coast time here, so same time zone as Los Angeles. Our island, the south end of our island, is probably about 90 miles north of Seattle as the crow flies, right? Something like that, about 90 miles north of Seattle. So this is what we look at when we step out our front door here. It's yeah, it's a pretty peaceful place. You're pretty much in tune with nature when you come to these Southern Gulf Islands. Yeah, it's only accessible by boat. If you have your own boat or a ferry, take a lot longer if you had your own boat to get from the mainland here. You need a bigger boat, but yeah, it's usually a 3-hour ferry ride back and enjoy. And if you're lucky enough, you'll see some killer whales, see some dolphins and all that cool stuff out there. There's lots of stuff to be seen in the ocean. But I'm enjoying this weather. I hope you guys are having good weather like this. Like I say, it's currently 75.4 at 37% humidity. Absolutely stellar. Doesn't get any better for June. I'm not going to complain. June can be a funny month, you know. Sometimes you get more rain in June, but fingers crossed. So far, so good. I mean, I'm not going to complain when it does rain. It waters the garden for us, right? That's what it does. So anyway, I'm going to walk up to the back of the place and go to the back sun deck. And hopefully the internet won't crap out. We don't want the internet to crap out on us. This is a giant mahonia from Asia. Lots of bamboo in here. The tiki tribe, the jungle garden. And this is a very small portion of our garden. We have a very, very large garden. So that's west. Sun's going down. The sun sets in the west, so you're getting a sunset there. This is a sunset live stream. It's going to be a while before it goes down, though. It goes down really late, and it comes up really early at this time here at this latitude. North latitude. Cactus will be blooming soon. I'll show you something super cool. This is our native cactus that grows wild on our islands, really prickly stuff. There's some succulents blooming. Those are native succulents. Those are stone crop. We'll go back here. I did a lot of watering today. A lot of watering. This time of the year, that's what you do. You drag around a hose. Thank God this part of the garden here has, I put irrigation in here quite a few years ago. Wendy and I strung out 1/2 inch irrigation all around the garden. So I just have to turn on the tap. Ooh, Wendy's hydrangea looks dry. I thought I watered that today. You know what? Doesn't like the heat. It's too hot. Palm flowers. Palms are blooming. That's a male. That one's just about done. That's a male. And pollinate these females in. These females will get lots of seed on them. Oh man. Beautiful out. I just can't believe this internet. I'm not happy with that. There's starting up there on the roof. That doesn't make any sense to me. When you pay that much money for something, right? Anyway, guys, have a good night. I'm going to go cool off in the shade and start to water a few things. I think a few more things need some irrigation here, so if they're sulking. Have a good night wherever you're at, and thanks for tuning in to Gulf Island Rock on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. Cheers to you. Get in the shade so I can actually see my screen. There we go. Cheers.